Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Burton Albion. It is Boxing Day in the year 2023 and we are sat third place in the table. Today we could go top of the table if results go our way, and results could go our way because we will be playing current table toppers Burnley on the 1st of January. We will also have Hull before that. Before we jump into the Hull game, let's run down the matches in between episodes. After the Derby then, we went to the City Ground in Nottingham to play Nottingham Forest, and we win this one 3-2. Matty Cash and Michael Efele made it 2-0 at half-time to Nottingham Forest. However, in the second half, after a rousing team talk from myself, Joe Sparrow, Sean Longstaff and Neil Williams gets the goals for us. Williams' winner comes in the 91st minute. Charles Kwame also misses a penalty. I don't know why he even took it. Our first defeat in a very long time comes up against Reading. It was a 2-1 defeat. Matteo Rover and Sauli Weissenen or something like that. And Oliver Skip with the goals for us. But look at the match stats. We destroyed them and didn't get a single point from it. Back to winning ways at the end of November against Charlton. It was a 2-0 victory. Callum Gribben with both the goals for us. Joe Sparrow misses a penalty in between the Gribben goals, but we remain 2-0 victors. 24 shots, 13 on target, 65% possession. We destroyed Charlton in this game. Into December, and it is 3 more points on the board against Millwall. It was a 3-1 victory here. Joe Sparrow, Neil Williams and Jonas David with the goals for us. Jol van Nijf, formerly of Groningen. Well, I had him at Groningen. He might not have actually started at Groningen. Anyway, different life, Stuart. We win 3-1 against Millwall, another match where we destroyed them. Another team that we destroyed was Lincoln, a 3-1 victory this time round. Khalifa Diop with 2 goals, Afonso Sousa also getting on the score sheet. Neeskins Cabano, a player that we had on trial at the start of the season, scores a goal for Lincoln, but once again, 30 shots, 14 on target. We absolutely battered them, probably should have scored more than just the 3 goals. Up against my former team next of Southampton, it was a 2-2 draw. Oliver Skip opened the scoring for us after 10 minutes. Michael Gregorish then pulls one back for Southampton on 17. Charles Kwame gets himself a goal just before half-time into the second half, and Dave Evans scores the equaliser for Southampton. It was a fair result. 2-2, I think, is probably the best result that we could really get from that. It was very even, 15 shots apiece, 7 and 6 on target. Possession was more in our favour, but it usually is. Away against Brentford was the next match, and it was a 2-0 victory here. Jonas David on 22 minutes, Neil Williams on 43. I nearly said 54. It's 43 minutes because that's how numbers work. And look at the performance. Look at the match stats. Some of our players there. Joe Sparrow, our lowest rated player who actually played 90 minutes. Jonas David is turning into an absolute revelation at this level of football. He's probably not good enough for the Premier League, but at the Championship level, he is great. And finally, up against Wolverhampton Wanderers at Molineux, it was a 1-1 draw. Rafael Rateo with the goal for Wolves. Pierre Elimbe with his 3rd goal of the season for us, making it 1-1. Charles Kwame once again misses a penalty. I say missed, it was saved, his penalty. I don't know why he's taken them. He must be quite good because I don't actually pick my penalty takers. 9. He has 9 penalties. Why are you taking my penalties? So all of those results then means the table looks like this. We are in 3rd place, just 2 points off of an automatic promotion spot. Bristol City, a team that we've actually already played and beaten, which I completely brushed over when we played them. We actually managed to beat Bristol City. Burnley we will be playing later on in today's episode on the 1st of January. But first, we're going to go up against 19th place Hull. It should be a fairly simple match. Should be open and shut. We have made our way over to Hull at the KCOM Stadium, a team that are in very bad form. I say very bad, it's poor form. They have won their last match, which was Burnley? Or was it Southampton? I don't know. Anyway, they've won 1 match of their last 5, but they have lost all the other 4. They are all the way down in 20th place. We should be pretty good to just walk them. The starting lineup we are going to go for in goal will be Curtis Anderson, as always. Hold on, he's wanted. Who wants Curtis Anderson? Sheffield Wednesday, Swansea and LA want to sign him. Well, he's here until the end of the season to keep your mitts off. Back 4 will be Jason McCarthy, Dean, Pierre Elimbe and Melvin Bard. Jonas David and Oliver Skip will be the 2 midfielders, with Joe Sparrow, Callum Gribben, Afonso Sousa and Khalifa Diop as the front 4. I keep rotating Diop and Williams because they've both scored 10 goals. I mean, you can't really tell here. So that is their goals there. Williams has started 17 and 5 off the bench with 10 goals. Diop started 11, 7 off the bench and 10 goals. So Diop technically is the better striker this season. Hull are playing a very similar formation to us. They do have one new gen who I always like to take a look at is Matthew Beavis. He's not terrible. He's not great. He'd probably get into my team. But yeah, he's not ideal. Everyone else appears to be real and normal. Now, if we pick up a victory against Hull, and Burton, it's not Burn, we're Burton, Burnley, sorry, and Bristol City drop points, we will go top of the table. That's just how it'll work. So, let's hope that we can do our job. We're going to change that to the league table, keep an eye on it. Yeah, Burnley and Bristol technically have better goal difference, or Burnley do, Bristol don't. Ronan with the ball to Jacobs. Jacobs for Hull, runs inside. Ronan goes for goal from outside the area. It clips the top of the bar and it's going to be a goal kick, which we are going to see. Curtis Anderson to Pierre Alimbe, the Chelsea loanee. Forward to Jonas David. Stands with the ball. Forward to the Portuguese. Afonso Sousa runs across the halfway line. Spreads it across to Alex McCarthy. It's not Alex, it's Jason McCarthy. Joe Sparrow. McCarthy once again loads of space as he always seems to find, and Callum Gribben is there. His 5th goal of the season. Jason McCarthy with the assist. Those two, I imagine, are best friends. They're probably not. And with that goal, we move to the top of the table. Burnley appear to be losing. Bristol are currently drawing. So we could be top of the table on New Year's Day. Anderson to Dean. Dean has got a number of options in front of him. David is one of them. Forward to Joe Sparrow. Sparrow, look how far forward Jason McCarthy is. Gets the ball from Joe Sparrow. Runs down the right-hand side, but does get tackled. Wins the ball back to Joe Sparrow. The young Englishman, he's probably not so young anymore. Sparrow again. Oliver Skip. Back to McCarthy. Skip again. Turns. Finds Afonso Sousa. Takes a number of touches. Melvin Bard's in the area. Goes for goal. Long makes a save. It hits the post. Sparrow now with the ball. Tries to cross it in. Hits the Hull player, and we do win a corner. Gribben is going to be the one to take the corner. It's not a terrible corner, but nobody was there. And Hull can clear their lines. Throw on for Kingsley. Jonas David heads forward. Gribben doesn't get there. Jacobs doesn't get there either, though. So Jason McCarthy to Jonas David. Oliver Skip. McCarthy's making a run. Hopefully Gribben can spot him. He does try and find him. McCarthy keeps it in play just about. Crosses in. Skip can't get there. James clears it. Dean now. Forward to McCarthy again. Loads and loads of our attack seems to be coming down that right-hand side with Jay Macker. Crosses in. Khalifa Diop chests it down. It's fallen to Callum Gribben. He's got his 2nd of the game, his 6th of the season. 25 minutes on the clock. We are 2-0 up against Hull, and we are staying top of the table. Unless Bristol City and or Burnley win, then we'll drop back down again. Free kick from Bard finds David. Bard gets the ball back. Plays it backwards to Alimbe, forward to David. Callum Gribben on a hat-trick now, across to Jason McCarthy. Can he get round his man? Tries to cross it in, takes a deflection. Afonso Sousa is there. His effort is inches wide of the post. Throw in deep in our half for Hull. Wozalek, back to James. Got 2 players on him. Crossfield ball finds Kingsley with a load of space. Crosses again. Wozalek into the area. Goes for goal. And Powell Wozalek makes it 2-1. The first attack that we've seen from Hull, and they've scored from it. Half time then, and we are 2-1 to the good. We've had a lot of the ball, but we're not really doing that well. It's only, like, Jason McCarthy is getting a hell of a lot of the ball. He's only on a 6.9. Gribben's on an 8.7. Obviously, Gribben's doing some work. We're going to do Diop for Williams because we haven't seen Diop at all. Hopefully, we can at least hold on for the victory. I'd like us to win 3 or 4-1, but I know how this game goes. We'll probably lose about 4-2 now. First highlight of the second half, and Oliver Skip has scored. Callum Gribben with the assist. I wasn't commentating on it because it was the first highlight of the second half, but it looked like something was going to come from it when the ball fell to Skip. So McCarthy gets the ball on the right-hand side. He crosses it in. It's cleared by Beavis. Gribben across to Skip. Little bit of space. Smashes it into the bottom corner. We are 3-1. Our 2-goal advantage is back in place. Other than the goal, the second half has been pretty boring. Joe Sparrow is going to come off. We're on the hour mark. We're going to bring on Sam Reaney, a player who is training up to be a Segundo Volante, but we're going to play him as an attacking midfielder because why the hell not? Throw on for Hull. Finds Ronan. The Gingerman across to Kingsley. Is he going to run down the left-hand side? Crosses in. Wozalek is there. He's been pushed over. It is a penalty. What? Why are we doing it? Melvin Bard pushes him over. So, Curtis Anderson up against whoever it is. Payne. Anderson loves saving penalties. He can't save that one though. It is 3-2. Hull are definitely still in this game. 15 minutes to play. Gribben's corner comes in. Pierre Elimbe is there, but it is over the bar. Nothing is really happening. Strikers today have been pretty appalling, apart from Callum Gribben, who's obviously on a 9.1, has 2 goals and an assist to his name. We've got 4 minutes left to play. Melvin Bard, Elimbe, Jonas David, who's very, very tired. Dean, now with the ball, can play it all the way across to Jay Macker. I'm calling him Jay Macker like I've known him for years, and that's his nickname. Oliver Skip goes for goal from a long way out. Williams is there. How has Williams not scored? It's going to be a throw-on for us. Williams really should have scored that. McCarthy with a throw-on. Where is it going to go? Gribben gets the ball back to McCarthy. Jonas David, is he going to cross it in? Plays it across to Souza. Takes a number of touches to Jonas David again. Jason McCarthy in the area, crosses it. Williams is there. And Long plucks the ball out of the air. Is that the whole highlight? Yes, it is. There's minutes left to play. We're going to do Dean for Craig McLeish. Dean has taken a knock early on in the game, and I've just kind of been forcing him through the match. Craig McLeish is a young midfielder who we're training up to be a centre-back. Final highlight of the game then, 20 seconds left to play. Pierre Elimbe with a ball for us. It looks like we are just about going to beat Hull unless something happens in the next 10 seconds, which I really hope it doesn't. And we are probably going to be top of the table over the New Year period. It is full time, and I believe Burnley have lost and Bristol City have drawn. Oh my word, that is exactly what has happened. Fulham have beaten Burnley. Bristol drew against Lincoln. Wow, so we have jumped from third to first in one episode. Up next, we're going to have Burnley, former winners of the Championship back in the 2015-2016 season. We've got one day, and then we're playing Burnley, so there is not a lot of time for some rest. Welcome back. It is the 1st of January. We're not quite at the match yet. Some news, however. I've offered 2 new players contracts. I say 2 existing players new contracts. Emmanuel Roux is one of them. He's now getting paid £8,000 a week, which is way too much money for his current ability, but that does mean that he is allowed to play football for us. Weirdly, he is wanted by people. Paris FC want him on loan. They're not going to have him. So, Emmanuel Roux can now start playing football matches for us. He's been doing all right for the under-23s. 7 goals, 4 assists in 15 starts, which is quite good. The other player to pick up a new contract is Omar Diallo, who's currently out on loan at Darmstadt 98. He is being recalled. He should return very, very soon. So he is also going to be registered, which means we're going to actually have one of our players who's eligible to play and is a defender. We don't have a huge amount of those. Oh, and it just gets better. On the 1st of January as well, an hour later, we've picked up the Manager of the Month award. I think that is genuinely the first time we've picked up Manager of the Month as Burton Albion manager in the Championship, even though we've been outperforming every single season. It's certainly the first time we've picked it up this season anyway. Just before we get to the Burnley game, I want to bring your attention to this young gentleman, an Englishman called Morgan Cragen, who is only on trial for the moment. My head of youth development, I believe, has just randomly found this guy, offered him a trial. He doesn't even have a club apparently. He currently plays for a team in America. Concord Fire, that's who he plays for, Atlanta Concord Fire. He's English, playing in America, which is perfect. I think he actually looks quite good as well. I mean, some of his mental stats aren't ideal, but in terms of maybe he's an English player, so he's not going to cost a lot of money. We're not going to have to pay him £8,000 a week. He might actually turn half decent as well. Maybe we can shift him on for some extra bucks as well. So I'm just actually going to offer this guy a contract, and he wants £110 a week, and will join next August. So not even this August, fine. Right, back to football then. Back to the top of the table clash against Burnley, a team that haven't won in the last 5. We are a team that are unbeaten in 7. 10,000 tickets out of 10,000 have been sold. If we get promoted to the Premier League, I have a feeling we might be playing at Derby's ground next season, because this stadium isn't big enough. I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but I just want to have a check. So, stadium requirements. 12,500 seating capacity. We've got about 5,000, 6,000 seating capacity, so we are not even halfway there at the moment. So yeah, I'm pretty sure if we get promoted, we will be playing at Derby County Stadium next season. The starting lineup then for the Burton versus Burnley game is as follows. In goal is going to be Curtis Anderson. Charles Kwame comes in for Jason McCarthy, who was a little bit tired after the match, which was literally just 2 days ago. Dean and Alimbe will be the two central midfielders, defenders. They'll be the two central defenders. Melvin Bard will be the left back, who is absolutely shattered, but we don't really have too many other options at left back. Maybe Mitch Clark if we need him. Jamie Allen has come into midfield for Jonas David. Oliver Skipp, who is very tired, is going to keep his position. Afonso Sousa, Khalifa Diop and Joe Sparrow will be the strike force behind Neil Williams. Today on the bench, Callum Gribben has dropped to the bench because he's also very tired. Skipp really should be on the bench. Bard probably should be on the bench as well. Oh, I just had a thought, and I don't know why we're not doing it. Right, there's been a little bit of a change. So what I've done, Mitch Clark has come in for Melvin Bard. On the bench now is Oumar Diallo. Emmanuel Roux is also on the bench. Melvin Bard has been dropped completely because he's knackered. He's absolutely shattered. He needs some time off. So that is our starting lineup. Anderson, Kwame, Dean, Alimbe, Clark, Allen and Skipp, Sousa, Diop, Sparrow and Williams. Now, as it is now in the transfer window for January, we might be doing some business, but that business basically relies on us selling players first. There are some big name players who are wanted. One of them being Afonso Sousa. Sousa has been wanted for a long time. We're almost 1-0 down. Off the bar from whoever that was, and Alimbe can clear it. Yes, Afonso Sousa has been wanted since the summer. No one's ever made a bid for him, but I feel like time is approaching when we're going to get like a nice £10 million bid for him, which is a ridiculous amount of money for us. Kwame with a free kick for us after 18 minutes. It is wide of the post. Why is Kwame taking set pieces? Why does Kwame take them whenever he plays? 35 minutes in, Burnley with a throw on. Trossard runs forward across to Conceição, and it is an easy save for Curtis Anderson. We've dropped down to second place in the table. Bristol City are winning Conceição's corner. Mitrovic is there but doesn't get it. Diop's now going to run onto this. And now the Senegalese international can run across the halfway line. Two in the box. Skipp is one of them. Goes for goal. Goes for the opposite corner, Oliver Skipp does. And hits it just wide of the post. Throw on for Burnley. Lewis Diaz now. Trossard crosses in. Dean can clear. Hughes. Vieira from outside the area. And Ronaldo Vieira has made it 1-0 to Burnley just before half-time. And that is a kick in the teeth. I know they've been playing better than us. We haven't really had too many opportunities. But then again, nor have they. Half-time then, we are 1-0 down. And we are playing pretty badly to the point of where I'm going to give them a nice aggressive team talk. We're also going to bring off Neil Williams for Emmanuel Roux because why not? Let's give the youngster a run out, shall we? We're probably also going to do a Jason McCarthy for Charles Kwame at some point because Kwame is on a 6.4. Well, Sousa's picked up an injury after just 5 minutes. Gribben is going to come on. We're going to rearrange slightly like that. Gribben with a free kick. The substitute goes for goal and it is wide of the post. He probably should have got that on target. 67 minutes on the clock. McCarthy's now going to come on for Kwame. And that is all we are going to be able to do. And we just need to hope that that is enough. Let's go positive. Let's give him a shout of show some passion. McCarthy's throw to Jamie Allen, who's shattered, crosses in. It's clear. Diop to Skipp. Gribben goes for goal. And the substitute, Callum Gribben, has made it 1-1. Oliver Skipp with the assist. His 7th goal of the season. 3 of them have come in the last 2 matches. Right, let's get another goal. Let's get one more goal, and then we will go back to the top of the table. Woods with a ball for Burnley. Across to Lewis with a yellow card. Plays it all the way back to Woods, who also has a yellow card. Into the area, goes for goal. Hits the post, and Clark can clear it. We've got 10 minutes to play. Throw on for Burnley for Conceição. Ruben Loftus-Cheek keeps it in. Conceição to Vieira, the goal scorer. Woods doesn't get the ball. Diop reacts first. Runs forward over the halfway line. He's got Joe Sparrow with him, I can tell, because he's the blonde one. Kicks it into the back of the player. It wasn't Joe Sparrow. That might have been Oliver Skipp. It doesn't matter. The effort's gone wide. We have got, 5 minutes left to play. I think we've been lucky to get anything out of this game, if I'm perfectly honest. 20 shots, 12 on target. And it's 1-1. We've got 5 seconds to play. The whistle is about to blow any second now. And it is a 1-1 draw against Burnley. I will take that. I will definitely take that. And I think we are now in second place in the table. So Bristol City beating Southampton means that they go to the top of the table. Obviously, we are in second, just 2 points behind them. 1 point ahead of today's opponents. Burnley. Fulham aren't too far behind either. They are just 3 points behind us. It's the top 4. And then you've got 3 teams on 41 points, 4 teams on 40 points, Lincoln down there in 12th on 39. So we are in the leading pack at the moment. I want to hopefully stay in that leading pack. I really don't want to be getting playoff football. Just to make you aware of the current situation when it comes to finances and the reason why there won't be really much business happening during January unless we sell players, we've got £3,533 as a transfer budget and we are £20,000 over our wage budget. So yeah, we're definitely not going to be signing anyone unless people leave. The next episode then will be somewhere in February. Actually, it's probably going to be Leeds and then Bristol. Maybe Fulham. Oh, okay. I might do Fulham and Bristol with a Leeds sandwich in the middle and also the closing of the transfer window. I don't know yet. I'm not quite sure. It's definitely going to be the Bristol game because I think that is going to be mighty important. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2019 with Burton Albion. We were top of the table, albeit for about 2 days, but we were definitely top of the table for one match week at the very least. If you did enjoy this episode, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.